Let's go live for the latest reporting outside the courtroom in Atlanta. So, Steve, this went on and back and forth. Just give us a rundown of who was in the courtroom.
Well, I guess the most imposing figure was Nathan Wade, and he really had to suffer there on the stand for several hours. But a couple of bombshells today. The attorneys from both sides really came out swinging, basically calling each other liars. But one of the key points you're getting at is not whether these two had a romantic relationship, Fani Willis and Nathan Wade. They both say that they did. The key question is when that relationship began, and is anyone lying about it? Now, a defense attorney basically said Nathan Wade is lying about it, that this happened well before Nathan Wade got hired. He got hired when he was already Fani Willis's boyfriend. And they brought on a former employee of the DA's office, a self-described best friend of Fani Willis, to testify under oath that, yes, indeed, she saw that the two were in a relationship 2 years before Nathan Wade was even hired. Here's that exchange.
You know that their relationship, their personal relationship, began shortly after this municipal court conference.
Yes.
And when I say personal, romantic. I just want to make sure we don't get in an argument over what personal and romantic is later. When I ask you personal, do you take that to mean romantic?
She then went on to describe the two as hugging and kissing, seeing them hug and kiss. And the other thing that really got pursued today is money. Did the two of them, Wade and Willis, profit from this relationship? Did they make money from the state and then spend that money on themselves? A real curious examination of how Nathan Wade carried out his businesses and their travels. He said basically he put everything on his credit card, and then Fani Willis paid him back in cash, which he never declared on his taxes. Here's Wade talking about their financial arrangement.
What I allege is that our travel was split roughly evenly. So where you see I have booked a flight or I've paid for a flight with my credit card, what you don't see is that she covered her own flight.
So we've seen Nathan Wade on the stand. Will we see Fani Willis? That's really up to the judge, but certainly a lot of blows against Nathan Wade so far. And keep in mind the stakes in this case. The judge has warned if there is the appearance of a conflict of interest, if people have lied on affidavits, that could mean disqualification for both the DA and the prosecutor she hired. Harris?
Excellent reporting as always. Steve Harrigan, thank you. Let's bring in Leo Terrell, civil rights attorney, talk radio host, and Fox News contributor. So, Leo, you and I have talked about this case leading up to it. What surprises, what sort of just blew your mind in the courtroom today?
Well, I'll tell you right now that the bombshell is the witness who testified that there was a personal relationship before the prosecution of this case. And that is the evidence that the judge will have to decide. Steve Harrigan said it best. It's disqualification, Harris, occurs if there is actual conflict or the appearance. I would submit to you that the witness who testified on the relationship prior to 2022 is the evidence of the appearance of a romantic relationship. Also, Wade's characterization that his marriage was over in 2015,
right,
he lost a lot of credibility because the interrogatories that he answered denied the existence of any gifts, dinners, or anything else. That was a very creative argument on his part. I don't think it's going to fly because it doesn't pass the smell test. Those are the two facts that I think were significant today, Harris.
Robin Yearty was her name, and not only did she work in the district attorney's office for Fani Willis, she also rented housing out to Fani Willis. When Fani Willis didn't want to live at home anymore, she was renting a condo from Yearty. So they had a close relationship. They were close friends. That's what she called them. Kaylee?
Yeah, Leo, quick question here, because it seems to me the two lines of questioning that are of major interest. Number one, when did this relationship begin? Of course, you have Nathan Wade, Fani Willis saying not until 2022. And then number two, the financial component of this. Did she, in fact, use that money that went to Nathan Wade? Was it spent on Fani Willis? Did they make any progress on these two lanes in this evidentiary gathering of information?
Great question, Kaylee. On the first one that you asked regarding the existence of a relationship prior to 2022, the answer is definitely yes. This friend of hers had personal knowledge. She saw Fani Willis. She conversed with Fani Willis. Fani Willis told her that there was a romantic relationship. So definitely on that, yes. And again, I go back to those interrogatories where Nathan Wade tried to conceal in his divorce proceeding by way of interrogatories the existence of gifts or dinners or trips. I think there's evidence that the judge has now that he didn't have 24 hours ago. And again, I cannot stress this enough. Disqualification occurs, Kaylee, if there is actual conflict or the appearance. We learned a lot today. The nation learned a lot. I think so. I think those two components have been met.
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.